Struggling with prop firms? Let's go. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I'm going to quickly put this. Let's go over. We're going to be discussing basically how I'm able to catch these huge gains, huge risk reward trades. How am some of my students able to do this? You know, where 1 to 2, 1 to 3 looks pretty much average. Now, if you've been watching my content for a while, you see me passing these prop firm challenges in 1-2 trades, 1 or 2 days, and I make it look fairly quite easy, right? Now we're going to be looking at trends, right? Because I want you to imagine, like, think of this. Let's grab an example. Imagine all this is water, right? Is a pool of water. So what we'll do is, let's change the color of this to blue. So it's all water. All this is water. And there's a dam. Where do you think the dam is, right? And let me just show you what, in this case, we're going to call it spawn resistant levels. 1 is over here. 1 is over here. What do you think happens when the dam gets broken by this huge volume of water, right? It's just going to keep flowing and flowing and flowing. And this is why, you know, to tame that water, the only best chance you have was when that dam was still there. Once the dam's broken, if you think you're going to control that water after it's broken, impossible. Need enough well, actually it is impossible. So we're going to look at the flow of this, right? So once these dams get broken, let's go to a small time frame. And this is basically the whole idea. Identifying volume, looking at trend direction, looking at breaks of spawn resistant levels, and then fully capitalizing on the move. So if we look at this one here, look at this volume here, this bearish candle here, volume here, bearish volume here. This one, I mean, super strong bearish candle. It just goes on and on. Now you can take a trade from this candle here, stops above here, and if you was to hold all this, easy 1 to 5, right? A nice easy 1 to 5. Let me just change the color of this. Oh, so you can see more easier. Okay, another thing I want to go over as well. I want to got this huge announcement, if you want to call it. If you, by the way, we're up to about 1,300 plus members in the Discord community. And yesterday, I've just announced that anyone who gets this, probably the most affordable course on the internet for value, and it's the same one that made me 700k funded, it's got my exact strategy in here. If you already purchased the course, do not worry. These videos will be automatically updated to your current course. As I said, I will be adding more videos to the £99 course, right? And no, you do not have to pay again. You will never have to pay again. Once you've purchased a course, consistent regular updates will be made without any future payments. And I don't think any other course provider or whatever you want to call it, you know, so even if it goes up to, like, right now, I believe there's about 8 detailed videos in there, and I'm looking to take it up to, you know, we'll be adding a few more, maybe taking it up to 15. But let's just say, even, you know, let's just say in a year's time, 2 years time, it goes up to about 100 videos. For example, this price will not change, right? Record this video and you can, you know, use it against me in the future. What I'm trying to say is, yeah, it's not going to change, because for me, it's all about, you know, providing value, more value than what you pay for, right? Also, if I just go over, you can check out the funded certificate sections where you can see, you know, past performances of students and even myself, passing challenges, testimonials. You can check them out as well. So it's all about transparency, and, you know, just link will be in the video description. And by the way, I offer one-to-one mentorship as well. So if you've been struggling for a long time now, and, you know, but I don't work with everyone. Just want to make that very clear. I do not work with beginners. So let's get back to the video, and let's minimize this. Okay, so we can see this level here. Now, ideally, right, we've broken these levels over here. Why on earth would you think of taking buys, right? You shouldn't be. You can see levels over here. We can see levels from over here as well. Levels that we can work from. Now, ideally, obviously, we're working off this, but you can see in between where price still comes back to retest, and even within here, right? Look at this. Breakthrough, comes back to retest. I'm sure I can see another one. There you go. Find this. Support, breakthrough, retest. Let me move this now so there's no confusion, so you can see more clearly. Look at this. Perfect support, breaks through, resistance, break through, resistance, and only at this point, you know, it becomes a little bit, you know, not clean as much as it should be. Obviously at the end of the day, market can do whatever it wants, but if you apply the trend, trust me. So we'll color this red because we're in a bearish push to the downside. Like there's this famous saying, right? We've all heard it. The trend is your friend. They say it for a reason. They say it for a reason. So for example, let's just say we can see over here, where's the trend going? We're bearish. So why on earth would you ever focus on buys? Right? Now obviously there's more edge to this. There's more which I only show in the mentorship and you know, the course. But this, what I'm showing over here, you know, obviously it won't be fair to them, the students who have joined the mentorship. But if you apply the trend alone, trust me, whether you want to use the bigger, higher time frames, let's actually use the bigger time frames, right? So on the 4-hour time frame, we can see a clear push to the downside. We can see a clear push to the upside. What do you think I want to be looking for at this period of time, right? Let me just change the color of this actually, so you can see. Let's color this in red. Why? Because all of this is now I'm just going to be focused on. We just put a little bit of yeah, focused on selling. Over here, what do you think I'm going to be focused on? Put this higher. I'm going to color this green. We are only focused on buying, right? When you run into phases like these, what do you think we do? Leave it, ignore it, go trade another currency pair. Simple as. We can still capitalize on some of these, right? But again, the trend is your friend. They don't say it for no reason. It works like a charm, right? Bullish, focus only on buys. Look at this. Sells, focus only on selling. Even all the way down here, right? I mean, something like this, damn, that is crazy. Serious money to be made there. Let's go to a small time frame. Let's see. I can already see entry points. I can already see, if I was highlighting zones, you know, potential entry zones. Don't get me wrong, you will lose trades. I lose trades. Even the number one trader in the world will lose trades. But you don't call them, you know, you shouldn't call them losing trades. Or because I think psychologically, subconsciously, when you say I've lost a trade, you think I'm a loser. I don't know how to trade. I don't know what I'm doing. You know, I think we tie them very closely when we say I've lost a trade. We tie it very closely to I don't know what I'm doing. Rather than that, you'd rather call it an exchange trade, that you're exchanging, you know, money with the markets to get a bigger return. So if I lose 2-3 trades in a row, that's fine. I'm exchanging money with the markets to get a 1-9, 1-7, 1-6. You know, if you watch some of my videos, you can even check in the community where I've actually recorded videos. Even when you join the community, you can see the, you know, click on these videos, you'll see me catching live 1 to 15 risk to reward trades, risking only 0.5% and passing phase 1 in one trade, right? This was passing 2 prop firms, risking 0.5% per prop firm for FCMO, and I believe this was funding pips, or is it, yeah, funding pips. One of the students on the FTMO leaderboard, number 4, 1 to 22 RR trade, 200% gained in 4 days. Check it out. You know, it's all about transparency, and that's what I like to provide. But yeah, link will be in the video description. I don't want to make this video too long, but try it out. The trend is your friend for a reason, because it works, right? Take care, and I'm out.